Yo yo yo, what up guys? This is number 3 and this is a interesting video because it is my first commentary of Pokemon on my new channel with a different friend. Well, I'll tell you the story. Virtual Spirits and I were working together and we found out that we were getting stressed out over the thing, and I know we were popular-ish kinda, and it was hard to break up, but then we thought it'd be better off if we did, so we didn't fight and stuff. But yeah, so this is a video with my new partner so let's get it going. So this is a standard Gen 5 OU battle, even though I'm pretty sure... Oh, we both brought Stoutland. And actually first, I know that quality isn't the best, but yeah, deal with it. So, lol. So I lead off with my Hippowdon, or my cow, and then he leads off with his Landorus. So I start to use Hippowdon instead of the old T-Tar because I find that Hippowdon can take better hits because he's more bulky and he's defensively bulky and stuff. But then this Landorus actually goes for an Earth Power. So I go for a Toxic to get some toxic damage because Cow's a bit useless on the offensive end. Well, actually, he does get to 300 and something attack, but then he's only mine only has Earthquake and Thunder Fang for Skarmories. So he uses Earth Power again. I know that won't kill me, so I go for a Slack Off. Actually, I know it won't kill me after I get my leftovers, so I go for Slack Off, which gets me back to 268. And yeah, so I get the leftovers. So he's getting poisoned, and he's pretty much useless at the moment, and he can't do any damage to me. So yeah, so I just get recharged. So I'm surprised he hasn't switched out by now. So I actually went for a Toxic thinking he'd switch out. So that was a pretty terrible prediction on my half. But seriously, who doesn't switch out knowing that their Landorus is going to die so early? So I have to switch out or I'm going to die. So I send out Ted, who, true story, Ted is boy and it's a dog because my actual dog in real life is called Ted. So that's for you, buddy. So I get the special defense drop and I actually take the hit pretty well, especially for the kind of Pokemon you catch at the start of the game. So he sends out his Hungry, which is his Hippowdon, and I'm assuming it's his defensive wall. So I go for the Frustration. The Choice Band Frustration doesn't do much at all. It doesn't even do a quarter, I don't think. Well, especially with the leftovers. So I send back out my cow, and he sets up his Stealth Rocks. I don't use Stealth Rocks because I couldn't legitimately hack a Gen 4 guy, and that actually mattered to me because I used to upload the battles using battle codes and stuff. But now, since I'm only filming it with a camera, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so watch out for that, lol. So I poison his Smiley Face. I'm not quite sure how you get that as a thing, but anyway. So I poison his Smiley Face, gonna work it down because Blissey's are walls. But he probably has Aromatherapy or Heal Bell, as they all do, which is extremely frustrating. So he goes for a Flamethrower, and probably the biggest hacks of this game happens here. He burns me, which has a 10% chance of happening, and that does, of course, half my attack stat, and that's terrible for me because my Earthquake won't even do anything at all on him. So I'm now fully dependent on the poison doing damage on him. So he's slowly getting hurt. That actually is my dog, Ted. And so he's Aromatherapy now, and he was just about at half, so that was decent job by the old cow. So cow, I'm proud of you so far. So then I use Slack Off after he uses Aromatherapy. He's just above half, which is a huge amount of HP on any other guy. And yeah, so leftovers helps, leftovers for him as well, and I get burnt damage, which is slowly hurting me as well. So he goes for Flamethrower again, and I keep my cow out. Yeah, that's it. So at this point I'm kind of just he's gonna die, so I might as well sacrifice him, and it's kind of a boring part of the game, to be honest, because nothing's really happening. But yeah, leftovers are kicking in and burns are happening. And yeah. let me talk. Yeah. So this new channel should be pretty fun and more chilled, but we will probably upload more consistently. And yeah, so my partner is going to be doing he's going to be doing like COD videos as well, so not just the old Pokemon, and yeah, I'll do Mario Kart videos, which I actually am going to do one like just about now, like after I finish this. But anyway, so Leftovers kicking in, Burns. He went for a soft boiled, which got him back to full HP, and I did a slack off, so I'm about as full HP as I'm going to get. So I switch him out, and I send out Ted. Yeah, Ted, I sent you out. Whoa. And then he sends out, lol. I say lol, it's really sad. But yeah, he burns me again with the flamethrower, and I'm like, Arr. So I'm kind of annoyed at the moment. But yeah, I guess Blissy's gonna troll. So I'm almost dead now because of that burn and because of the flamethrower, which I'd still be quite alive if I hadn't have gotten burnt. But yeah, so I use frustration, and he sends out his wall, so you can just imagine the kind of... I get a crit, actually, so that doesn't even really make up for a burn, in my opinion, because it's not killing him or anything. But yeah, so I died of burn, which I was kind of just sacrificing by the end. So I send out my Slug, or my Gastrodon, which I personally believe is one of the least creative Pokemon ever. But you can't deny it's got talent, and good ability, and good HP. And decent special attack, especially when you switch into a Storm Drain. A water move so you can get Storm Drain. So he's hurt by a Sandstorm, and I get a Scald, which whatever. And it actually does about a quarter with the weather. So he goes for a Volt Switch, which isn't effective at all. Like, it doesn't even affect my cow. So yeah, so cow recovers with his leftovers and gets hurt by his burn. So, and he sends out his Cheshire, which was a good move because he probably assumed I'd go for the Toxic, and therefore his Gengar can't get hurt, even though I did miss, but his Gengar can't get hurt because it's poison. So that was a pretty good thing. He goes for a sub. I go for Thunder Fang, but I'm kind of in the better position now because even though he has a sub set up, he's getting Sandstorm damage against him, which will slowly work down Gengar and should make him a few turns less useful. So I find that kind of strange based on the fact that he does run a Sandstorm team with his version of Cow. But yeah, so he hits the Focus Blast. As you can see, the hacks are kind of getting me, but it doesn't really matter, it's just a game. So my Thunder Fang gets through his sub and hits him. Oh, and also, I know it's kind of weird for me to be doing OU, but I just felt like I'd have a go at it. And plus, as you probably know a little bit, but NU's my tier, especially now because I made a good team pretty recently. But yeah, I think you've probably seen how I use NU guys, well, NU and UU, just under tier guys in OU, such as, because pretty much all the same teams are used in OU, which kind of frustrates me. Well, not frustrating, I really don't care, but then it's just a bit dull for me. So, but yeah, I do have to say that I'm a very big fan of Scizor, because Scizor is a very boss Pokemon with a very boss attack stat and great ability and other thing, and good, yeah, how he's got Bullet Punch. So Cow and Cheshire are having a little stall war. He's just set up another sub, and I cop a Shadow Ball from him and survive, surprisingly. And I'm not quite sure. I probably should survive this if I get leftovers first, which I do. So I may survive. We'll just have to see. And I die to my burn. So Cow's out. That's the only guy down for me. Yeah. I send out the old Slugstar. Slugstar. This is another part of hacks in the game. I really don't care. It's not getting me down. I'm joking. It's killing me inside. So he gets a crit on the Focus Blast, and that does quite a lot to my Slug. And also Slug would have taken that extremely well normally, I believe, because I'm pretty sure crit is double power because it doubles the base power. But yeah. So, oh, and also it avoids stat changes, just another interesting fact. So I get down his sub with a Scald, and he Shadow Balls me, so Slug is dead, and I get a crit, so I'm really fuming right now. I'm really fuming. I'm joking. So Slug dies because he didn't have any waters, so I just didn't really have to keep him in it for much longer. Here's the man himself, the boss man, Alakazam, probably one of my favourite Gen 1s, up there with the old Dragonite, and oh, he's just such a boss. He's so good. I actually did a playthrough of Heart Gold with my brother, and I picked up an Alakazam, and it was the best decision ever. I actually pretty much just killed all of Lance's team with him because his special attack stat's just crazy. And especially with Magic Guard, he's perfect for Sandstorm, so you can give him smack on a Life Orb, put him in the sand, and he'll just dominate. So 2 Psyshocks kill off his Blissey, and I'm so psyched right now because I killed one of my most annoying enemies, which is Blissey, and also I very much hate Chansey. So I kill off his Landorus with a Psyshock, and he sends out his Stoutland, and then I switch out because I don't want to kill my dude right now, and I know that he'll outspeed me with Sandrush. So I switch in my Flutterbug, which is my Scizor, and I'm pretty... Oh, because I know I'll do a Return or a Frustration, so I'm pretty sure I'd do a Swords Dance. Yes, I do. Swords Dance Scizor, Technician, so good. Can't deny it. You supplied it, Stink Blast. Lol jokes. No, I'm just... So, Flutterbug has +2 attack stat, and he has a pretty huge attack stat now. And I obtained a Choice Spec, so that's not very good. Oh, I have to say that I use X-Scizor for the same reason I don't have Stealth Rocks on, Hip Out on, because I can't hack a legit Gen 4, which doesn't matter anymore, so my future battles with Scizor will have the other thing. We'll have Bug Bite. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure, I'm guessing that he was expecting a switch, but I'm not going to sacrifice a +2, because I know that +2 Scizor can pretty much kill anything. And has to take... Oh, so he survived that actually, but Sandstorm killed him off, which is pretty amazing. So he sends out his Hungry, and even now I know that Flutterbug will still do a huge amount of HP, huge amount of damage, probably even kill him. And I get a crit, so I'm not sure if that would have killed him, but even so it balances out. It doesn't actually balance out, but it does some pretty decent compensation for my my earlier on hacked upness. So he uses Fire Fang, which, in my opinion, I actually hate the Fang moves. They're just terrible. They got bad accuracy and bad power. So yeah, that's how I see it. So here's my Broom, Terrakion, because he sweeps. So I finish him off with a close combat, and that is game. So it's game. I get the special and defense drops, doesn't really matter. Peppino fainted, player defeated, John. So thanks for watching, guys. That was the first of many Pokemon battles to come. So yeah, stay tuned and sub. Thanks for watching. See ya.